and he's becoming sort of like an urban legend in LA. But here's the thing, he's real. He's been seen multiple times on video, just kind of...
It's definitely a UFO on top of that mountain. It's huge, though.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. In today's video, we'll look at some creepy and interesting TikToks that will live in your mind rent-free. Let's get it.
This giant UFO was just sitting on top of a mountain. Watch this. That is definitely a UFO on top of that mountain. It's huge, though. That is a giant UFO. As far as I can tell, this is was filmed in South America. I'm not sure exactly what country, but that is a giant UFO. It's just like an orb. That's insane.
That looks like a giant version of the boogosphere that was spotted in South America just a few months ago.
This is a really exciting update. So former CIA agent, John Ramirez, he went on a podcast recently and he basically said that he found a loophole within his non-disclosure agreement so that he could say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, but it's TikTok, so for entertainment purposes only, it wasn't for every entertainment purposes, that we have alien hybrids. And not only that, but the CIA tracks these alien hybrids, and they have been tracking these alien hybrids. So that is massive, and I'm so excited that it's coming out because I just feel like it's long past due that we stop all the secrecy. Like, we need to stop all the secrecy. It's ridiculous.
Government's involvement with human alien hybrids.
Yes.
Okay. From a credible source, you can say.
Yes.
They know about the hybrids.
Yes.
I mean, gun to your head right now, you would say absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
They were able to collect DNA from aliens.
John Ramirez, former CIA officer, 25-year career.
Mysterious man has been seen walking around Los Angeles with a legitimate cone-shaped head, but who is he? Calling him the Paracas, and he's becoming sort of like an urban legend in LA. But here's the thing, he's real. He's been seen multiple times on video, just kind of walking around Hollywood or stopping and staring. Like in this video here, he's just kind of staring at the sea, letting the wind blow through his skull. Here's a good profile picture of him here. If you look at him, he obviously looks a lot like Dan Aykroyd in the Coneheads movie. Of course, his cone's a lot more perfect as opposed to Mr. Paracas, who's got a few too many bumps and divots up there on the old cranium. He's gotten so popular that he's actually has like missing "Have you seen this man?" signs posted around LA. That's how popular he's become right now. So do you think this is just makeup or a prank or a joke, or is he just really passionate about cosplay, or is there something more going on here? Either way, it does remind me of the Paracas skulls that were found in Peru that are not genetically human. There's been DNA studies. Some have come back saying, oh, they're 100% human, nothing weird at all about them, while others have suggested they're not entirely human. Forgive me if I don't take what academia says as gospel, because when a lot of these strange findings occur, there's always a certain organization, Smithsonian Institute, pardon me, that seems to swoop in and all the evidence disappears. So, but if this is legit and not just some kind of cosplay, could this be some kind of remnant of the Nephilim, which once walked the earth? They were in the earth in those days and also after that. Also after that, you let me know. We were told the last days would be like the days of Noah. Are we seeing the days of Noah right before our very eyes?
He has a book that he's carrying around. I'm curious what's in it.
So the Pentagon actually confirmed for once the video of the pyramid-shaped UFOs caught off the Navy vessel. So you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you the video on here, but it's basically, it's in the night vision, and they released it and it was all over, and I was kind of like, okay, you know, we have a lot of videos, we do, because there was footage from a year ago and then 2 years ago also from a Navy vessel, and that just kind of got buried. But the Pentagon has consistently been going on and on about there's no evidence whatsoever of any of this stuff. We see nothing. There's nothing going on. Everybody shush. So I don't show very many videos, UAP videos. They're all over the place. There have been some really good ones coming up lately, so I am gonna put those up because they're pretty intriguing. But this one I found, and I just feel like This is a step in the right direction. The fact that they actually confirmed that this is a real video that they captured. Plus, it looks pretty.
So there's a new conspiracy going around, and I've had a lot of people message me about this one, and I thought everyone was crazy, but now the way things are adding up and Trump's erratic behavior lately, I'm starting to think maybe this is real. So I had a person reach out to me. I thought he was freaking crazy, like batshit crazy, but he told me that the Trump that's the Trump that's our president right now, that is not really Trump. That he's been gone a while now, and that this is a fill-in. It's just like his double. Donald Trump's double. And if you think about his erratic behavior, the way he talks, his personality, his sense of humor, just the way he carries himself, this doesn't seem like the Trump we all know.
It's not far-fetched that Trump or any president would have a double. I mean, it's kind of weird, but for security reasons, I could see it being the case.
Have you heard of central casting?
Like, what do you mean?
Central casting has been around since 1925. It's a casting agency.
Yeah, okay.
They usually cast for TV shows. There's a conspiracy behind this, though.
What is it?
Do you remember crisis actors?
Yeah.
There's a lot of crisis actors that have popped up in many events. And a crisis actor is somebody that the government pays to put into current events to push the narrative.
Yeah.
And kind of make it more extreme, right?
Yeah.
So Trump keeps saying that Central Casting is a casting agency that has literally done some of the attacks, even like staged the events.
Yeah, like inciting mobs and stuff like that to like, hey, wild out.
And so when Biden got out of the office, they said that's the end of Central Casting because the Democrats were the key components of Central Casting.
What if I told you that those creatures from Greek mythology were actually real? They existed. Men with horse bodies, dog heads, goat legs. They weren't just symbols in a story. They were the physical result of ancient corruption. These beings were hybrids, half human, half beast, created through fallen angel technology in the days of Noah. And what if this is what the AC actually is? Believers could be fooled because these beings have knowledge. They are ancient. And when they return, it will seem so divine. They're going to say, we were abducted by aliens. That's how they're going to explain all of this when the unexplainable happens. When millions vanish, when hybrids walk the earth, when fallen angels return in physical form. They'll say that they've been watching us, guiding our evolution. They'll say, we're your creators. We are your saviors. And sadly, people will believe it. Even some believers will fall for it, potentially, because the deception will be that good. The Bible says that the AC will come with lying signs and wonders, not just political lies, supernatural ones. And think about it. What kind of deception could be so convincing, so mind-blowing, that even people who love God start questioning? It would have to challenge everything we've believed about God, creation, angels, and heaven. Now imagine this. A man shows up claiming to be an alien savior. He brings peace. He brings miracles. He explains the rapture as a cleansing event to remove those who were blocking evolution. He unites the world. And you know what's funny? Captain Brainchip has literally been saying he was an alien forever, and a lot of people think he's kidding, but I don't know about that. People laugh it off, but he's always told us what he is. Now, I don't know if it'll exactly play out like this, but if it did, it would absolutely make sense. It fits the patterns, it matches the prophecies, and it lines up with what's already been happening around us. But here's another reason that this deception could work. Because most people don't actually read the Bible. And even if they do, they don't read deep enough to see what's hidden in plain sight. In Genesis 6, the Bible says the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore them children. These were the mighty men of the old. That's the Nephilim. fallen angels mixing with humans, creating hybrids. And it says it happened not just before the flood, but also afterward. That means the corruption never stopped. Now flip to the book of Enoch, quoted in the New Testament. It says that these fallen ones also sinned against animals, birds, reptiles. They weren't just corrupting humans, they were creating literal hybrids, half man, half beast. That's not mythology, that's history. And here's where Greek mythology starts to make terrifying sense. We were told that these creatures were just stories, men with horse bodies, men with goat legs and horns, dog-faced warriors, serpent women. Like, these weren't fantasy. They were the physical result of what Genesis 6 warned us about: genetic corruption, demonic manipulation. These were the offspring of fallen angels and their twisted experiments. They were worshipped, feared, and seen as gods, and they were wiped out in the flood, but the spirits of those things never left. Every culture remembers them for a reason.
For those of y'all who believe in the Bible, I think the great deception that it talks about might be the alien invasion or part of it.
I walk with my husband Michael and hold hands. It's like a whole new world for me. Just walking and holding hands. Something that one of our fellow Americans for years could not do.
What kind of shit is that?
My distinguished guests and men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today. All of you have performed extraordinary service to our country.
Hell no!
Is this AI or does he have a hard time pronouncing the name Michelle?
Valu Ashari, Ashara, Cheval Andre. So what you see behind me, family, is an ocean, a full-blown ocean. So within this ocean, I would see about maybe 50, probably, it could be over 200, 50 to 200 beings in the ocean swimming. Now, this one right here in the corner, this was the only one that popped up with skin, right? That you could see. But they all was the same being, right? Not the same person, but the same type of beings, right? So with that being said, I'm finna play this video for y'all. But before I do that, let me show y'all something. See, what you see behind me is a map of said realm that we live on, right? This is what they told us. This was 1500, I think, like 15 something. Can't remember exactly, but listen, those giant dark figures and things that you see in the water are boats, animals, not animals, but sea creatures, and also mermaids. Let me bring it closer to you. So above my head you would see a boat, right? And then on top of the boat you would see a sea creature. Now this sea creature is not a regular sea creature. It is like a hybrid creature. It has a face of could be possibly a human, and also the body of a sea creature, right? So on top of the said creature there is a said woman that has something in her hand. So I'm believing and I'm figuring that these people are telling us that they are mermaids in the water, right? You can't tell me those are not mermaids. You can't say that's AI either. That's slowed down.
I'm not sure if those are mermaids, but that water looks deep, so I don't think folks are going to be out there willy-nilly.
This is the manticore, otherwise known as the Persian man-eater. We're told that this is a mythological beast with a lion's body, a scorpion's tail that's capable of shooting poisonous barbs from long distances, a human face, 3 rows of teeth, most often women's hair, and some of them have wings, and their heads would shapeshift from a human head to a lion's head. These were only recorded for about 3 years in Persian mythology, from about 5 BC to 3 BC. They're even in some old encyclopedias, and they called them man-eaters because they were known to stalk their prey until they caught it. If this thing had its eye on you, you were not going to get away from it. And they were thought to eat the person whole. A lot of you already know where I'm about to take this. Revelation 9. In appearance, the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces, their hair like women's hair, and their teeth like lions' teeth. They had breastplates like breastplates of iron, and the noise of their wings was like the noise of many chariots with horses rushing into battle. They have tails and stings like scorpions, and their power to hurt people for 5 months in their tails. I think it's time to take a deeper look at everything they've ever told us was mythology, because
I can look at the Tesla logo on the vehicles the same after this. I'm not sure if that translates to a free airline ticket, but something got to be done.
Excuse me, sir. Whoa, you're a Freemason, sir?
Yes, I am.
Oh, what do you do with that?
What you mean? What I do with this?
Yeah, what type of stuff do you guys do in that group?
We got a lot of things to do.
I was looking to join, that's why.
Oh, I see. Okay, just Google it.
What degree are you?
33.
You're 33?
No,
you're
third degree.
You're the 3rd degree? Oh, I thought there was 33.
If you want to go farther, then it's up to you.
I heard that they did like rituals. Is that true?
Yeah, we got some rituals.
Yeah? What type of rituals?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you.
No?
I'm not gonna tell you about our rituals. I mean,
wait, why not? Why not?
That's our, you know, you had to join before, so you're gonna find out.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
You're gonna find out about Mason. Go showed up in there, then that's the time you're gonna find out what Mason is.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
That Mason got caught up in an interrogation room. It looks like he forgot what he was there to buy.
Something is going on with these chicken sandwiches. What the? What is that, man? Nah, B. Hey, stop chewing it. It's not a game. Was that a chicken sandwich or string cheese? People are saying that that's the McDonald's chicken sandwich, guys. What is going on with this food? Don't you dare say that was mozzarella cheese.
Because when I make a chicken sandwich and I bite into it, it doesn't look stringy. But does it really matter? Because people are still gonna go get this chicken sandwich right here. You know why? Because it tastes so good. All these stories we heard about this fast food, and people are still going to get it. It's almost like it has a hold on them. It's like no matter what, they just have to get it. Because when I make a chicken sandwich, it's A1. And I make sure that, and when I bite into it, you could tell that it's, well, at least I think it is. Let me guess, you had it this week, didn't you? I know you did. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting people know what's going on with these chicken sandwiches. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
I'm not sure what fast food chain she bought that sandwich from, but it looks like they're adding dry bubble gum as an ingredient.
Oh, I got your ass now. What the are we looking at here? Look! What is that? That is the World Trade Center. What are we looking at? We are looking at the St. John's Cathedral, the Divine, in New York City. This was built in 1892. I want y'all to tell me, how did the Tartarians know about the World Trade Center? Look at that. Those are waves. Those are waves coming over the city. Look at that. What do you think that is? That's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's broken in half. Look at that. There's cars falling off the Brooklyn Bridge. This was built in 1892. 1892. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? I know your brains aren't wrapping yourselves around it, but are y'all with me here? Look at that. This piece right here, I don't know what that is, but that has something to do with it. If that right there is the Brooklyn Bridge, right there, you see cars falling off, right? Look right here again. Let's go back over here. That's the World Trade Center, and look beneath it. Look, look. Those are Tartarian buildings, Tartarian structures, right there, underneath the city. There's a Tartarian city underneath New York, and now I know, because my people told me. Look, it's 1892. How the do you even know we're gonna build that? The bridge! And don't look at the water. There's a wave of water crashing, knocking all.
That's yeah, EBE1. There's some aliens. They took us back to their planet.
They took 12 of us. If you go online and look at under the Majestic 12, and actually, so President who was it? Told Steven Spielberg when that movie was made, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the president told Steven Spielberg that he hit the nail on the head, and pretty much with because at the end of the movie you can count them. They send.
Are these when this asteroid or whatever the f*** is gonna go on here pretty soon? Are these motherfuckers gonna come help us out, or what are they gonna do? These motherfuckers are nowhere to be seen. What the f*** is going on?
Well, that's what we're doing. We're forming an alliance with them. We've actually sent 12 of our own to their planet, and they stayed there for 13 years.
How did we get our guys to this?
Does Obama know about it? They're supposed to be. I'm pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure all the presidents know something about it, but there's no telling.
Make these all right. So pages. This brown dwarf, or whatever the f it is, it's not really fucking.
Weinfeld went off to his.
It's crazy.
You believe everything that he said?
Oh yeah, me too. Definitely.
I'm gonna go get his story.
Vladimir Putin has officially banned Satanism. Talk about a good day in Russia, huh?
Ведут против нас все более агрессивные информационные атаки. Целью выбирают прежде всего, конечно, молодых людей, молодые поколения. И здесь опять лгут постоянно, извращают исторические факты, не прекращают нападки на нашу культуру, на русскую православную церковь, другие традиционные религиозные организации нашей страны. Посмотрите, что они делают со своими собственными народами. Разрушение семьи, культурной и национальной идентичности, извращение, издевательства над детьми вплоть до педофилии объявляются нормой их жизни. А священнослужители, священников принуждают благословлять однополые браки. Да Бог с ними, пускай что хотят, то и делают. Что здесь хочется сказать? Взрослые люди имеют право жить, как хотят. Мы к этому так и относились в России, и всегда к этому будем так относиться. Никто в частную жизнь не вторгается, и мы не собираемся этого делать. Но хочется им сказать, ну посмотрите, извините меня, священные писания, главные книги всех других мировых религий. Там все сказано, в том числе то, что семья – это союз мужчины и женщины. Но и эти...
Interesting enough, fun fact, maybe people don't notice, but Vladimir Putin is a Christian. He publicly identifies himself as a Christian. He's a part of the Russia Orthodox Church at that. You know, so if that's true, he's a brother in the faith. Isn't that interesting? If that's true, he's a brother in the faith. But shout out to Russia for banning Satanism. Hallelujah. A lot of wickedness goes on in Satanism underground. You know, so let's jump aboard, America.
If this is true about Vladimir and his ban in Russia, this put things in a whole different perspective.
So did you guys hear what showed up on the coast of Hawaii the day after Russia got hit with that 8.8 earthquake? Now remember, y'all, the earth must be shifting, the earth must be moving, because how is this possible, right? They got hit with a tsunami the day after Russia got hit with that 8.8 earthquake, and this showed up. They talking about 26 of these petroglyphs showed up the next day. Here's that number 26 again, y'all, and this is what it looks like from an aerial view. You can tell this thing has literally been engraved into the rock. So meaning at one point in time, was this at a higher elevation, y'all? Was this at a high elevation?
Assuming all of you have seen the photos and videos of the petroglyphs that have recently become visible in Hawaii, but here's the crazy thing. They allegedly resemble the same type of petroglyphs that were photographed in the 90s on Mars and were released in leaked photos.
So I don't know if you guys have seen the second Moana, and the second Moana, it takes place in Hawaii, right? Now, the premise of second Moana is basically Moana is now introduced to her new extended family. And guess what tells her this? The water, y'all. Well, now the water displaced, and it's telling us something. Like we're about to meet our family. Because look at this, y'all. Isn't this?
We believe that it's our ancestors are telling us something about the Aina, because the land is our family.
There's 26 petroglyphs that we've seen, and most of them are anthropomorphic, human figures. Partial, full, some of them have their arms up, some are down, some of them are opposite, some of them have fingers.
It's a video going viral right now where a creator is saying that the reason that all of this shit is going wrong right now on this planet is because there's a time traveler that keeps traveling back to the year 2020 to fix shit. But the things he's trying to fix are unfixable. Matter of fact, look at this shit.
Well, I just watched the video of that girl saying that everything's been so crazy because there's a time traveler who keeps going back to 2020 to try to fix things, make shit right, but he keeps f***ing it up. Listen, but here's why I believe that. Because y'all don't remember this time last year, maybe a year and a half ago.
Tell him.
That time traveler that was caught at the Airbnb.
I remember that shit.
Shed.
Look at that shit.
Airbnb host ring camera. He went in, he was in his 20s, he came out, he was in his 50s, 60s. We never seen him again.
Sidebar, if you don't follow her, you need to follow her because she be in tune. How many of y'all seen the movie Butterfly Effect? Right. Let's go back. So in that movie, a man suffered from blackouts during some dramatic childhood events. And later on in life, he discovered that he could travel back in time by reading his journal. So basically, when he traveled back in time, he was trying to fix the shit that was happening in his childhood. But every time he traveled back in time and tried to fix shit, he f***ed shit up. And every time he messed something up, it changed the future. And let's just say there is a time traveler constantly going back to 2020 over and over. Then you really understand while we've been getting the hurricanes, the storms, the typhoons, the volcano eruptions, all of this shit happening at once. Jump down that rabbit hole. Check out the butterfly effect. And if that's the case, we're in for a rude awakening. I'm out.
For me to believe someone can actually time travel is tough.
African man who came from the industry. I guess he was funding it or directing or something. And he was on video saying that sometimes what you're seeing on camera is not a woman having, but it is actual manifested demon that people are watching. It's not even human. And when you're talking about this Nephilim magic, that's where my mind's going. I'm just like, this is way deeper than I think anybody has been able to comprehend to this point.
We've actually spoken to girls that we have and boys that we pulled out of things that they said that when they got ready to film them, a guy would come in, he's a super good looking guy, was super nice, and then he would change, he would morph, he would change into something horrible, and then and then that film is for like next level gazillionaires, next level people.
So that's sold at a high price.
It's sold at a high price, exactly.
Wow.
And I mean, I've personally heard these kids say that. And when you hear a 13-year-old little girl tell that story, and you just heard that story in another country 4 months before that, it just makes you just go, wow, this thing is way bigger than I thought it was.
Do you guys want to know how witches get you to willingly accept a curse that they're placing over your life?
Yeah, you do.
We're currently in Florence, Italy, and we were just heading back to our hotel from this place we've got a meal at.
See the street performer dressed in very symbolic clothing. Every person keeps coming up to take a picture with him. And then he would specifically grab their hand and then place his other hand over their head and then speak over their life. While he's doing this, his eyes are fluttering underneath his eyelids. I can immediately sense something's going on here, so I asked Phoenix, who can see in the spirit realm. He can see angels, demons, all that crazy stuff. What's going on? Look spiritually.
I asked God if he could show me what was going on with this guy spiritually, and in the spirit realm, swirling around the sky is this gray cloud of spider webs. If you don't know, spider webs in the spirit realm are always representative of witchcraft. It's what witchcraft looks like in the spirit realm. So the sky's literally just saturated and covered with this dark, swirling cloud of witchcraft.
Like I mentioned earlier, all these people would come up to him and they would maybe put their right hand out, their left hand out, or maybe even both hands, or maybe even try and hug him. And every single time, he would specifically make sure to figure out how to transition his right hand onto grabbing their hand. And then he'd take his left hand and put it over their forehead every single time and then start speaking over their life.
Every time after he was done praying with anybody, when they're walking away, this weird gray symbol would appear over their head, and it was a curse. So I asked Holy Spirit, what is this curse doing? And he would show me that it was literally draining these people's life force and giving it to this man. So somehow he was using their life force that he was draining from them in order to power himself spiritually.
The mistake begins when you stop and entertain that guy, much less have his hand placed on your forehead. But that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for kicking it with me once again. But before you leave, hit the like button and sub up. Also, let me know what you think about any of those videos in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.